Concerns are mounting tonight in Plaquemines Parish, where officials are becoming increasingly worried about sea life kills in waters previously impacted by the oil spill. There were 2 major fish kills last week, and yesterday a dead whale was discovered and brought in for testing.
The State Department of Wildlife and Fisheries sent biologists to Friday's fish kill to try and determine what may have caused it. They declined to do an on-camera interview.
Something besides oil washed ashore along a section of beach in Gulfport today. Construction workers at Jones Park called WLOX this morning with news about a fish kill. Steve Phillips checked it out for us and joins us in the studio tonight with more details. Steve?
Jeff, we actually smelled the problem before we saw it this morning. Dead menhaden, or pogies, washed ashore along the beach. The large fish kill created quite the mess. Piles of the small silvery fish cover much of the shoreline just east of Jones Park, from 15th Avenue to Moses Pier. While many lie baking in the late morning sun, others are pushed ashore by the gentle surf. It might make sense to blame the oil spill for the fish kill, or at least consider oil or dispersants in the water for the death of these pogies. But Harrison County's Sand Beach director isn't so sure.
Probably red tide. It's possible it could be something oil related. It's hard to say right now, but DMR is going to be sending personnel out here to make that determination, and it's important.
Dead menhaden have washed ashore on Harrison County's beach in recent years, but those kills were during fishing season when nets were torn on a pogie boat. Right now, fishing is off limits because of the oil.
Linda heads back to her laboratory in Baton Rouge, and Kendra to her family in the fishing town of Venice.
That's Eric Tizer. He is a local whose family's been here for centuries.
I see a lot of things out in the bayou that I really don't want to talk about. You know, they got dead fish just floating up everywhere.
Well, thousands of fish are dead at the mouth of a shipping channel, as well as a dead whale that was reported in Venice today. The species include crabs, stingrays, eel, drum, speckled trouts, and redfish. The video you're about to see is not a gravel road. Those are the dead fish. Plaquemines Parish President Billy Nungesser sent these pictures. He says that there is no testing going on to determine if the fish are dead from the oil spill.
Thousands of fish found dead near Cat Island in the Mississippi Sound. Silver brim and huge redfish, one of the Gulf's best-known delicacies, at least 30 inches long, weighing 30 pounds or more, floating on the surface of an area estimated at 2 square miles.
Quite a spread of dead fish, huh?
Locals insist this is evidence there is still plenty of oil in the Gulf waters, much of it below the surface or on the sea floor.
According to the state of Mississippi and DMR, they say the seafood is safe and that, we're going to probably be taking those home and eating them if we wanted to.
The oysters, what's going to happen to them? They don't even have a chance to get up and move. They have to stay on the bottom. They don't swim. The fish could get out of it, but they just can't. So I don't know. I don't know what's left for the future of the fisheries. I'm really concerned.
That's oil right there.
Local fishermen dragged a boom on the bottom of the sound to show where sheen collected among the algae, scoffing at claims most of the crude is now gone.
I don't think they want you to find it. You know, out of sight, out of mind. But I know in 35 years that I've been doing this, I've never, ever seen what I've seen on the bottom in all the years I've been fishing.
Robert Main makes his living off oysters and shrimp from the Gulf, but says he and his family won't eat anything from these waters now and doesn't think anyone else should either.
Basically, I'm out of business right now. I'm completely out of business. If I don't trust myself to catch my own product and eat it, I'm not going to expect you to eat it. I mean, that's just the way it goes.
Well, there is no direct evidence that the dead fish found today are linked to oil in the Gulf. It's possible that tests could be conducted on those dead fish, but the locals say they don't have the ways or the means, and they also say they don't need scientists to tell them what they already know. In fact, one fisherman came by our position here a short time ago and tossed us this dead crab in this Ziploc bag that appears to be covered in oil.